Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video, you see the title, we are going to be speaking about Katy Perry and her single Woman's World is out. People are talking, so we're going to get into that. Also, we're going to talk about Woman's World and just the conversation that's been had around the song outside of the Billboard Hot 100, like other conversations that have been had about it. So we're going to get into that. If you're interested in Katy, female rap, pop, conspiracy theories, trending topics, my unpopular opinions, whatever I feel like getting into for real, go on ahead and subscribe and let's get into this video. Okay, so people are talking. This has been in speculation for a little bit because you know how like somebody will put out a song and then there's predictions of where the song will end up on the charts, things like that. So people were already kind of talking about this before the chart entry for Katy Perry's Woman's World came out, but we just got the official Billboard numbers. Um, of course, charts aren't everything, but it's very telling given the perception that this song has had. All of the issues with Dr. Luke and Kesha and Katy Perry not yet at this point coming out to address any of it, and then the whole feminism conversation. There's been so much happening that has been inherently negative around the release, around this comeback, that this Billboard chart entry being as low as it is for Katy Perry and for her comeback isn't actually that surprising. So let's go ahead and take a look at that actually. Okay, according to Billboard, we have here Katy Perry's Woman's World is sitting at number 63. And uh, this isn't good. Some people might arguably say it is. Some people might be like, "Oh, this is actually not a bad debut." No, it is for Katy Perry being the stature of celebrity that she is, the hitmaker that she is. Her coming back into the space after all of these years, you would think that the hype and the anticipation and the everybody would be taking it somewhere, but this isn't good. Also, I see Ice Spice right there. She finally got herself her song on the Billboard. Thank goodness. She needed something because the last couple of tracks that she dropped were not hitting. People did not take it anywhere. So I'm glad that she's on the charts too. Hopefully that lasts for her so she can have something, single wise for her album. That's a whole separate thing. And then Katy, I already told you guys that I didn't care for the song. I did an entire review on Woman's World already where I talked about how I didn't really care for it. What I'm waiting for is god damn it, what is the name of that song that she previewed? I believe it's called Lifetimes, right? Lifetimes? I think it was called Lifetime or Lifetimes or whatever. She previewed another snippet that sounded really good to me in comparison to Woman's World. That's what I'm waiting on. Hopefully she releases that as a single next, and hopefully that does arguably better. And when I say better, I mean, yeah, it's on the Billboard, but I mean like top 10, top 20, like something big for Katy. It's Katy. We're talking about Katy. We're talking about pop hitmaker icon Katy. 63, 64, whatever, is not like a debut that is like good for Katy in my opinion. So I kind of wanted to get into why this song has arguably flopped, which I know a big part of it for a lot of people was just simply them not wanting to support the song because of the Dr. Luke and Kesha affiliation. Like that was one of the biggest conversations, if not the biggest conversation around why this just isn't doing well. And it could affect her other singles, that she drops too if they're also Dr. Luke affiliated, allegedly. So, this might just continue to happen to her throughout the rest of her releases. But outside of the Dr. Luke thing, the song itself was garnering conversation and controversy because of the messaging of the song. And basically, some people are probably arguing, like, what's wrong with the messaging of the song? It's about feminism, it's about women empowerment, it's about strong women, it's about this and that. However, there's a lot of conversation saying, well, while that might be the case, the whole video is centered around the male gaze. People feel like her overt hyperactuality within the video and like how she looks and how she's acting and, all of that is more to attend to the male gaze or the male version of what like being a woman is supposed to be, being greased up, being sexy, having little tiny shorts on, having her boobs out, things like that. In which some people can argue like no, she could be doing that just because she wants to show her body off, but some people feel like she has purposely put out a video that is catering to the male audience and like how they want to see a woman presented, which honestly that makes sense. Not only that, but people are saying the song flopped because it's presenting an old school version of feminism, like more preaching for like women need to be strong and fight and work and slave and and a lot of us are tired. A lot of women now are tired. We're moving into like a different type of feminism. That's still feminism, but not the strong, hardcore, I can pull a truck with a rope, Trisha Paytas down the street version of feminism, but more so a soft life, soft women, soft this, clean aesthetic. Relaxation, reclaiming femininity in a way that we're taking care of ourselves more. We're not working so hard to please everyone or to work so hard or to get ourselves so like taking back our femininity in a sense, opposed to having to do the masculine version of feminism, which is to push ourselves to the brink. So a lot of people were saying the song flopped because it's completely out of touch and that as a society of women, a lot of women are not pushing this version of femininity anymore. We're trying to dial back. We're trying to reclaim being soft and letting ourselves be women. People are saying it's outdated because at this point in this space of womanhood, we know a lot of us can do everything a man can do. We can work, we can raise children, we can do construction jobs, we can become lawyers, we can become actresses, we can do everything for the most part that a man can do. We've already proved that at this point. A lot of us as women who are working women are tired, we're weighed down because of the fact that we have to work so hard in this day and age because everything is so expensive, because everything is so hard. We're tired, we're overworked at this point. So a lot of us are doing it in a different way. It's still femininity, it's still women empowerment, it's still feminism, but it's just a different version, a more lighter version than the version that Katy is portraying. And some people feel like it's an out of touch attempt at feminism, that Katy is not within the time. She doesn't know what actual women in real life in today's day and age are preaching when it comes to feminism. And basically, it's not this. It's not this, what Katy Perry is showing in her music videos and all of this stuff. Not only that, people were saying that the music video was very gimmicky, very cheesy, very overproduced, very clowny, childlike, and arguably that is how Katy has always been. So that's not really abnormal, but people don't like it. They don't like it because it's cheesy. They don't like it because the feminism she's preaching is outdated. They don't like it because of Dr. Luke. They don't like it because of Kesha. Like there's way too many things at this point piling up on top of Katy to where people are complaining. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like bad press can be good press sometimes, but in this case, that's just not it. I want to say that if she ditches Dr. Luke for the rest of this album and for her upcoming singles, that she could have a chance of regaining back some people who were put off by this era so far. I don't know if that's going to happen or if it's one of those cases where the damage is done. Is this era, everybody has already decided that they don't care about this era because of the Dr. Luke thing, or are people actually going to give it a shot? Are people going to stream? Are people going to buy the album? Are people going to go to the tour if she goes on a tour after this? Like, are people going to take to the era, or has she basically, with all of this drama that has come about, pretty much ruined the chances of her having a successful return to the industry? Like, has that happened? Have people already determined that? And if people have already determined that, then I'm really sad for Katy. Me personally, I understand the outrage. Like, I understand why people are upset. Do I personally have stakes in it? No, just because I personally just don't get emotionally affected by these things, but I do understand why other people are affected by it. Um, and I feel bad for Katy just a bit because I'm like, dang, you know, she's probably put a bunch of money into whatever production she's doing and music videos and studio time. And if she planned on trying to do a tour or all of this just for her whole era to flop before it's even started is kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of wild. And I grew up listening to Katy Perry too. I grew up listening to this woman. I love her. I love her so much. She's such a big part of my childhood. And it sucks to see another potential flop era in the making when she just got added to flop eras. And I love her down, but Smile and Witness, they didn't do well commercially, even though they weren't that bad. They didn't do that well commercially. So it would pain me to see her go through another version of that, except worse because of the Dr. Luke stuff. Like, this is so bad. So I'm hoping, just for the sake of Katy Perry's legacy at this point, for the sake of Katy as an artist at this point, that she could figure out some kind of way to crawl up out of this mess that she has found herself in. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And I've heard snippets of the other music on this album, and it sounds like some of the other songs are going to be arguably way better quality wise than Woman's World. So I'm hoping that will make up for it. But anyway, so let's get into some comments that everybody was talking about in regards to the Billboard Hot 100 for Katy. Okay, some comments read: Woman's World by Katy Perry debuts at number 63 on the Hot 100. And then somebody says, with 5 versions. Someone else says, Kesha is nowhere to be found. I guess it's a man's world. Oh my gosh. Is she even good though? Oh, Katy, you will rise next week. I hope for the sake of her that it does. Not because I like the song, but just for the sake of Katy. Smash hit. It's bad for her. Debuting under Ice Spice is wild. Yeah, that is kind of wild. Not bad for a forced hate train. Oh, Katy, the queen that you are. Lifetime's coming for number 1. Oh my gosh, I hope so. Seriously. And I really like that song. It's a Hot 100 world, and she's lucky to even be on it. Oh my gosh. Damn, that's brutal. 14 years ago, Katy Perry was putting out hits with her eyes closed. Now she's barely out debuting Ice Spice on Billboard. Katy, incredible beauty. I wouldn't be bragging. Praying for a blessed day for everyone reading this. She did great. Katy Perry is a cute actress. Love her. Someone else said, Tanky Anna, Katy Perry. This is like the Witness Smile era, but like 10 times worse. This is good. OMG. I really love her, but the song is not a bop. It's just not. I hate it though. Lana debuted higher with a fraction of the promo. Those Katy Cats did all that to make excuses for Dr. Predator just to debut at 63. Not even top 50. Deserves so much more. OMG, flop, ha ha ha. It's a misogynistic world. Smash. But they said it was supposed to be the greatest comeback in history. Jeez. That is Mother. I just bust out laughing. Tanked. That's it. Be out of it next week. She's wonderful because the song isn't good or because of who she's working with. So low considering she was ruling the industry a few years ago, but also the quality of her music went down. Yeah, it's not nearly as good as it was back then. Queen, better than not being on the chart. Oh, Stupid Love debuted at number 4 with only 1 version, plus leaked a month before it was released. I just bust out laughing. Okay, so there's a lot of conversations being had. There's a lot. If you go over to Twitter, there are more people talking about it. It's kind of going viral-ish, just the conversations around Katy and this song. Oh boy, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Do you feel like it's over for Katy, or does she still have a shot at redemption? That is it for this one. I will talk to you guys in the next one. I love you. Bye.